throw that kickstand down, pop a cold one, and sit back and relax. It's time for the John and Heather Show, featuring John and Heather Toto, Florida's favorite biker couple, documenting the biker lifestyle and bringing you the latest in events and interviews from the biker world. And now, here's John and Heather.
Hey, it's the
John and
Heather Show coming to you live from
our production studio, riding with this fine bunch back here, Born to Ride since it's Taco Tuesday. Tell them what's up.
I'll tell you, it's Taco Tuesday, babies. And we're so happy to have you guys here with us on this wonderful Tuesday before Thanksgiving.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there, to their friends, their family, and all their loved ones.
That's right. We hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving with the family and friends, a huge festival feast with lots of turkey and ham, and time to reflect upon why we are so thankful.
That's what it's
because
about.
It's not just today or tomorrow or Thanksgiving Day that we should be thankful, but it is every day of the year.
Yep, because Thanksgiving is a day to reflect on what you're thankful for. Friends, family, your surroundings, it can be as simple as a warm meal. You have to be thankful, and that's what it's about.
That's right, guys.
And my birthday's coming up.
Hey, so he's going to be an old man. Oh, sorry, he already is.
Yeah, thanks. I'll be 53 years old November 30th, and I will be having a party coming up at Pirates Cove in Inglis, Florida on Highway 19. It's going to start around 6:37. All my friends that show up get a free shot on me, Jack Daniels or tequila, and then actually we're going to give two.
Yeah, we're going to do two shots. You get one shot of tequila, one shot of Jack Daniels, and we're going to have hors d'oeuvres. Yep. Pirates Cove, 7 p.m. till whenever.
Yeah, we're going to have wings. We're going to have potato skins. We're going to have
mozzarella
sticks. And then we're going to have, Showbiz Liz, the owner, is going to have Captain Jack, Applejack Sparrow.
There we go.
I couldn't spit it out. Applejack Sparrow. It's her concoction of lots
of liquor,
Applejack and liquor, and it comes in a big skull like this. So we're gonna have drink specials, shots on me, hors d'oeuvres. Everybody come in, have a good time.
Just because we don't drink doesn't mean you won't.
Yep, and I got to work the next day, so I may have to cut out around midnight before I turn into a pumpkin. But that's how it goes. And like I said, I started my new job, so I've been kind of busy with that.
Yes, you have.
Yes, I have.
Well, we've got some upcoming events that we wanted to go over with you.
Sure.
Let's bring those up. We've got the first one. This is the North Florida Council of Clubs Toy Drive.
It's going to be in December
7th,
2024, between 1 and 4.
It'll be at the Pavilion at Destination Daytona.
I love that place.
Yes, I do. The next one is, of course, Webster's Flea Market, West Side Webster's. Wonderful flea market.
First Saturday and Sunday of each month from 7 to 2 o'clock. If you have an old bike or you got a custom bike and you're looking for that part that you just can't find online or anywhere, come down to Swaparama, because everybody brings all kinds of stuff. Heck, Born to Ride did a series one time when a guy went looking for the specific gear for a reverse gear for a trike from the 80s or something.
And he found it
in a box.
So come there December 7th.
Yes.
All right. The next one, of course, is Gibtown. We're looking forward to Gibtown. Gibtown's coming up January 10th, 11th, and 12th at the Florida.
Where is it?
Florida Entertaining Bike Week.
Okay, so it's going to be at Gibtown, Florida, and you'll see it. There's going to be plenty of signs. It'll be the 10th, the 11th, and the 12th.
That's right. Look, come on down, guys. We'll be there in full-fledged gear, having a great time. So come and see us. Get your pictures taken.
If we don't spend the night, we're at least going to be there covering the event for the day.
That's right. We might be there with the bus.
Yeah,
so come on down.
Because my work schedule. I just got to see.
Then we've got Wrench Fest, guys. Wrench Fest is going to be outrageous. The Wrench Fest with Throttle America presents Florida Wrench Fest at Riveters. It's going to be an amazing time.
December 14th, coming up between 11 and 5 o'clock.
That's right. Born to Ride will be there in full gear. We'll be there too. And the next one is, this is really cool, guys.
It's a sound off competition.
No, not just that. This is what's happening.
Oh, okay.
We've got this is going to be really big. Tampa Bay Harley Davidson, guys, is giving away, hear me now, Tampa Bay Harley Davidson, they're giving away a new 2024 Harley Davidson.
Yup, and come down there and you can buy a bike. Plenty of bike specialists. Going to speak to Ron Galletti Jr.
That's right.
Who happens to work down there.
You want to go and meet Ron Galletti Jr., hook up with Ron Galletti, get yourself a great price on a new or used bike. And at this event, they're going to have
Sound Off competition. It's going to be December 14th at Tampa Bay Harley. If you have that loud bike, you want to bring it down and win a prize, there you go.
And they're also going to have
a custom ride-in bike show by Born to Ride. They normally have 10 different categories. All kinds of bikes show up. You got everything from baggers to lady riders to choppers to old schools to daily riders. You name it. Bring your bike down. It's a reasonable price to get in to the show, and it'll be judged by Ron Galletti himself.
That's right. We might be there too, and John might be part of it. We'll see.
Looks like we got some comments.
Yeah,
too.
let's take our comments. Let's see what we've got. Donald Brand on.
Oh, hey, from Get Lit LED.
How you doing, Donald? Oh, we got Fangs Bite You with us. Fangs, our dear friend Fangs.
Yep. Wish you speedy recovery too, my friend.
Yes, we
And
love
Donald
you, Fangs.
also wish me a happy birthday too.
Yes, and Donald, thank you for wishing us a happy birthday. We're sorry you won't be here for the party.
Mhm.
Fangs, we hope that you are going to be feeling
try
better.
Try to make it there, Fangs. I hope you can do it.
We would love to see you at the party. All right, guys, we got some stuff going on here for you. We've got, let's see what we're going to show. We're going to show the Crystal Harley Davidson's last week's event. Let's go ahead and show that for
Oh,
you.
yeah, quick. There we
All
go.
right, guys, I hope you liked that. That was pretty cool, wasn't it?
Yes.
And we got one more from there.
That is-
Let's show you
okay.
that one.
Oops.
Well, hold on, here we go.
What was that crazy
Oh.
beer that they were holding up? Do you remember?
I'm not sure what that was.
It was because I know that Steve Chamberlain was there from 50 Lakes, and he was advertising some beer that was there.
I'm not sure what it was because we don't drink. I really
That's
didn't pay
why I was,
attention to
that's
it.
why I was wondering if you know, because again, we don't drink anything.
Now let's see. We got some more comments. Fangs, what's going on here, Fangs?
For the vascular surgeon.
You're looking for a vascular surgeon. All right, everybody. We live in Citrus County.
I know a
and
couple.
I know.
I know a couple. I'll let you know, Fangs.
All right, they might be in Ocala, Fangs,
Mhm.
but they're going to be good doctors for you.
Yes.
All right, what Scott Donald says he's doing good. See you in Daytona for Bike Week. That's
All
right,
right,
guys, because
buddy.
you know why? What's going on in Bike Week? We have in Bike Week, we've got coming up Cackleberry Campground, guys. That's right, the one and only Cackleberry Campground.
Campgrounds. Only place to play and stay. We will be there in full force. If I'm not there every day, I'll be there most of the days, but we'll have the party bus down there. Heather will be covering the event for everybody. We're just going to have a great time while we're there.
That's right. Meet us there because we're going to be back twice as strong since we weren't open for Biketoberfest.
That's right.
Cackleberry is going to be in full swing for Bike Week, twice as strong, guys.
That's right.
All right. So, what else we got going on, my love?
We got all kinds of things going on. We had the really good, the bike show that we had over there at Crystal Harley Davidson. Crystal always has nice things.
They
going
do.
on.
They put on good things.
Yeah, but last time we were talking about when we went down and went to the Ship of Memories.
Yes.
Yeah,
We put Roy's name
yeah,
on. That
yeah,
was so
we gotta
special.
we got to go back because I'm sure by now that the welder got done because it's a steel hulled ship, and I was explaining last week that it's a steel hulled ship, and what we do is we got a metal guy down there, another. So you got a comic.
Another metal guy.
Okay, we got a metal guy comes in and welds the name of your loved one onto the side of the ship. So needless to say, the ship has names all over. That's why it's called the Ship of Memories. And some people throw ashes in the candles they made.
We did. We
threw our friends'
put
ashes in the floorboard. And we're gonna go back there probably when we get it next weekend or something like that. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna find his name and you put orange paint on the name so it sticks out from the black background. The whole boat is in Harley colors.
Black and orange, baby.
You guys see it. There's prosthetic legs leaning up against there. There's trashed motorcycles from loved ones.
And
there's actually that one woman whose son died.
I'd like to give out a shout out to Cheryl, who I met at the Ship of Memories. And Cheryl, if you're watching, you really made an impact on me. Your story is gut-wrenching and very, very riveting, and I'm very, very sorry for your loss.
Yeah.
She lost her son, Alex, and Alex
in
2015.
And she's still mourning over there.
Everybody, we'd like to say that if you ride, please make sure you ride safely. And for everybody that drives a cage, I drive a cage, and I'm sure you do too. Make sure you look twice or 3 or 4 times for us bikers.
That's true.
Because you never know where we are. We're always usually in a blind spot because we're not in a car. We're in a bike. We're smaller.
That's why I believe loud pipes save lives.
That's right.
Every one of my bikes are loud. Every one of my bikes are loud, and I prefer it that way because if you don't see me, you're going to hear something around your car.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's time for the MotoGP segment of this kicking show. And for that, we bring on our expert, Blake O'Hearn.
Are you ready there, Blake? Okay,
let's bring him on.
I think it's that one. There you go.
How you doing, Blake? Got no sound.
Got no sound.
Hold on a minute.
You coming up there, Blake? Let's see.
Yeah, that should work.
There we go.
Thank you. Happy early Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yep. It should be a good week.
So how did the track day go on Monday?
It went very well. Very good weather, good times. Yeah, it was fun.
You got any new pictures that I gotta look for your post?
Probably not this time. I mean, I have pictures, but we'll see. I know somebody out there who's out there working with another rider who took quite a bit of pictures. So
yeah, because that photographer that's there that always takes great shots too.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What's that photographer's name again?
Preston.
Preston, that's it. Yeah, he always takes great shots of us on the bike and everything else. They got me in turn 13 looking pretty snazzy as I'm going around that turn. He got you, I think, in the same turn also because I think that your Facebook page has that picture on it.
Yeah, sometimes I switch them around.
Yep. I've seen it. All right, today we're going to talk about body positioning on bikes and how body positioning plays a big role in you being able to take those turns safely without, tucking or high siding or anything, just being able to be safe in your turns. I mean, we're not professionals. I'm not dragging. None of us are doing that. 60-degree lean at 150 miles an hour like some of these guys do. But tell them about what's important about body position and what's why you want to do that.
Yeah, so the main reason for body position is less lean angle of the bike. And less lean angle of the bike, more control of the bike through your lower body, and less weight on the handlebars. That is the main thing. Basically, that just lets the bike do what it wants to do in under braking, under acceleration. You want the bike to be able to move around underneath you, and it will correct itself. We crash because we give the wrong inputs. That's the main thing.
Yeah, I put way too much pressure on the bars. That's why I tucked the bike. I already know what I did wrong.
But everybody besides professional racers put too much weight on the bars. It's hard to have 90% of your leverage in your body with your legs hanging off the bike. Like, it's very, very hard.
Yeah, without having to compensate by holding on to the throttle too hard. Mm-hmm. And then by doing that, sometimes you give it a little bit of throttle, and that's the worst thing you can do in the apex.
Yeah.
And I'm sure, I mean, I hear it from you guys all the time, how out on the track when you're learning how to get your positioning, which is a little different. Of course, it's different than when we ride on the streets, but it helps you become a better rider on the street.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, it's when you do exaggerated body position, it helps build the muscles that you need for even just a little bit of body position. It also makes you confident in control of the bike when, let's say, you think you might not have control. Like when your head is off to the far right side of the bike, you almost feel like the bike's not there, It
feels like it's way over here, you know?
Exactly. And so you're almost hanging off the bike, but yet this bike is still going where you want it to with minimal input, on the bars and things like that.
I always felt like I was a counterbalance on a gyroscope. I mean, literally, if you think about it, your front tire and your back tire are gyroscopes, and you're hanging off the side of it. You just want to be able to keep that bike more upright, like you said, because you want at least 20 points of contact on the road out of 100 on both your front and rear tire, or you're going to wind up losing traction.
Yeah, and I mean, now, nobody needs to do what MotoGP riders do, where they're hanging off the far inside of the bike. That is what those bikes are designed to do. They're made for that specific riding style. Yeah. You watch World Superbike, you watch PJ, he has a lot more neutral body position where he's not hanging off the bike that much. He's not dragging knee that much. Like if you watch him in a race and he gets off, his knee pucks are barely used. But when he does drag knee, he's almost dragging elbow as well because he has correct body position. A lot of the pros are dragging elbow at the same time they drag knee, just because their lower body is in the correct position where your spine is aligned, right? So if you're looking into a corner, you want your spine to be 1-to-1. Most people are like this, where their head's up here and their butt is off. That makes you put pressure into the bars. So but you have to be very athletic, very
limber,
flexible, all of that to be able to do that.
It's years of practice.
That's no joke. My first 5 or 6 laps, when I go to warm up, I'll do like 5 or 6 laps just to warm myself up. And when I get off the track, my legs are like rubber bands, like I was doing squats at the gym. Really?
Yep.
Well, I got a great video if you want to see it.
Which one do you want to do first? The MotoGP one or the other one?
I got one loaded, just the MotoGP.
Okay, let's go for it.
Some idea of how they can use their bodies to benefit performance, particularly when it comes to cornering positions. But in truth, many of those same riders will only be scratching the surface of what the very best are doing. When it comes to using the body to their advantage, modern MotoGP riders are taking things to a whole different level, not just in how they're hanging off the bike, but in how they use their bodies through every single section of a given racetrack. In this video, I'm going to highlight 7 key techniques that the very best riders are using, as well as attempting to convey just what it takes to operate at that level. So let's just jump straight in and get into technique number 1, the art of sitting up to start their braking. Now, this technique in itself won't be a surprise to anyone, as it's something that even novice track day riders are doing. That is until you learn just what these top guys are going through when doing it. One of the main reasons why they do it is because by becoming a human sail in the wind, it helps slow the bike down along with keeping the rear tyre on the ground. This is hugely helpful in the biggest braking zones, and when you consider what they're dealing with in those moments, it's quite astonishing. On many circuits, the riders are now passing 220 miles an hour, with Mugello being the fastest at 227. If we assume a relatively calm day with little wind, that means riders are sitting up into a headwind of that speed. Then remember that at this exact moment they're being asked to deal with the delicate task of getting the bike stopped from these incredible speeds in the shortest possible time. It's quite a feat. But this isn't the only extreme force acting against them in this period. With the introduction and improvement in aero packages, MotoGP bikes stop incredibly well, and riders are now experiencing as much as 2G in the biggest braking zones, with pretty much every circuit having at least one 1.5G braking zone, if not more. To put that into context, for an average weight GP rider, they're resisting around 160 kilograms of force through the body for multiple seconds as they work to support their body weight, with 80 to 90 kilograms at least going through the arms and wrists. Not to mention the many other braking zones that will generate forces close to that. That means riders are going through this experience potentially hundreds of times throughout the race. Ex-MotoGP rider Cal Crutchlow talked about this very experience some years ago. He said, "You're as tense as you can possibly be and holding your breath for 4 or 5 seconds. Then you exhale as you make the transition into the corner, but the next corner might only be 3 or 4 seconds away, so you have to do the same thing all over again, then again and again." And this is why they need to be upright, because they need a strong position with their upper body to resist that extreme weight that's going through the arms and wrists. The wrists do get some relief from the rest of the body, however, and that moves us on to technique number 2, their lower body lock. During this phase, riders will be using their feet, legs and core to create an extra layer of stability and relieve some of the pressure from the hands. They do this by locking their feet into the pegs, using their legs to push themselves back, and engaging their core to create maximum stability. What they're also doing is pushing themselves as far back in the seat as they can to move their weight to the rear of the bike, helping to stop it pivoting around the front axle and keeping the rear tyre on the ground. Just another small detail to unlock a few % extra braking potential. And this is an important point to note. Most amateur riders will know that you need to move side to side in the seat around a lap, but the very best are also moving forward and back too, sitting far back in the seat during braking, before allowing the braking forces to move them forward closer to the tank towards the end of braking, ready for their cornering position. These first 2 techniques alone show just how extreme the forces at play really are and how much energy riders are using to deal with it, and we haven't even got to the corners yet. But there's one more braking technique to talk about that has become commonplace in recent years. Technique number 3 is the leg dangle. While riders sometimes choose to adopt a more conventional approach of keeping both feet on the pegs, or even squeezing the tank with their knees at times, many more have taken to hanging the leg out during braking to help them in a number of ways. Some I'm sure you've already heard of. Things like lowering the rider center of gravity a little more, as well as creating an extra wind resistance on the inside of the bike, helping slow it down and pull it into the turn at corner entry. One interesting benefit you may not have heard of, however, comes from Brad Binder, and it's how it helps him counter steer the bike. He says, "If I chuck my leg out, it makes the bike fall over a bit quicker because I have to lean more on my inside hand, which gives me more leverage to counter steer. It just helps me flick the bike into the corner and get onto the good part of the tyre." Originally made popular by Valentino Rossi, the Doctor's Dangle, as it was initially coined, has become a mainstay to help the very best in the world unlock more fractions of potential in this part of the track. With those 3 techniques covering the biggest points during braking, now we're starting to get into corner entry and the first technique in this phase, which is number 4, aggressive entry steering. Where in previous eras, one of the biggest keys to speed was sweeping entry lines and high cornering speeds, now the fastest riders are doing everything they can to maximize a different part of the circuit, the straights. Now with ride height devices and extensive aero packages, these modern MotoGP machines are amazing at driving the rider forward and stopping them from great speed. And to make best use of those assets, cornering lines have started to change. As Aki Ayo, owner of the hugely successful Red Bull KTM Ayo squads, puts it, "If you can stop and also turn the bike in advance of the apex, then you can keep more corner speed and also prepare the exit in the best way possible." This is why the way riders enter corners has changed a lot in the last 5 or 10 years. Now they focus on being quite aggressive to stop and turn the bike at the same time. In the past, this moment was much smoother, but now they're getting more and more aggressive and really using their bodies as a tool in this area. In simple terms, this means riders have moved from more sweeping lines to a more V-shaped line to get the bike into and out of corners quicker, while sacrificing as little corner speed as possible. And they do this by using the position of their bodies to balance the extreme forces going through the front end during braking, and more aggressively committing their bodies to the inside to help the bike turn once they're in the corner. And this moves us nicely onto technique number 5, the extreme hang-off. We're seeing a trend where the best riders are the ones with the most extreme hang-off positions. We're seeing this on TV for ourselves, but also it's backed up by riders too. Danilo Petrucci, a much-loved ex-MotoGP star, says, "Now the young riders really move a lot on the bike, with an incredible intensity. I touched my elbows on the ground, but the young guys are now making more exaggerated moves on the bike, and this is the right way to go faster. When I started my career in MotoGP, it wasn't so important to do that." And they do this because it helps them lean the bike even less for a given speed, it helps the bike turn more, and we're also seeing some interesting developments in how this position is creating positive effects in combination with the aero packages. As two-time World Championship winning crew chief Peter Bomm shared on the Oxley Bomb MotoGP podcast, through these extreme positions, riders are now able to positively disrupt the airflow through the aero package to improve front-end grip and help the bike turn. And if you're interested in that point, I've gone into this in more detail in a previous video, which I'll link down in the description. But to bring it back to basics, we're seeing that the riders are getting more and more exaggerated with their mid-corner positions as another quest to unlock fractions of a second in another important area. And it must be said that this is something they're able to do because of the supreme stability these machines now have mid-corner. In bygone eras, we saw much more conservative positions, and one big reason why was to safeguard against one of the most terrifying events for a rider, the dreaded high side. Nowadays, bikes are so stable and far less likely to do this, so riders can attempt these positions to unlock more speed because the chances of it happening now are remote by comparison. And these techniques don't get any less extreme as we move to corner exit, moving us on to technique number 6, the exit hang-off. This technique isn't new by any means, with people like Casey Stoner being one of the riders to start the trend in modern MotoGP. Now, most riders will do everything they can to get the bike to stand up and drive out of the corner as early as possible without running out of racetrack in the process. By dropping their bodies deeper to the inside of the bike at corner exit and allowing the bike to stand up independently of them, they reduce the lean angle a little bit more while maintaining the ideal exit line, allowing for earlier and more powerful exit drive. It's actually a little less pronounced in present day MotoGP, but that's because they're already hanging off so far mid-corner. It's definitely something they're still doing though. And that brings us on to the final technique, number 7. While not strictly a technique, the strength
I think you guys are still muted. I think you guys are muted.
Oh, there we go.
What do you think?
Thank you. What'd you think,
Hey.
Blake?
Yeah, I mean, he's right. I love his videos. He goes through good explanation of a lot of techniques and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
However, like that is the MotoGP technique, but that's not kind of what we as riders are trying to achieve until like a lot faster times. But even street bikes are a lot less stable when you do that.
Yeah.
So there is a middle ground that you can get to where you have control and body position, and the bike is happy while not having that extreme of a body position. And endurance, be able to ride 5 more laps rather than, doing 4 laps and then coming in.
Yeah, because the final part of that we cut through was just fitness.
Yep.
Like you were saying, like when I said my legs are killing me. I'm 53 and my legs are killing me when I do my warm-up laps.
Soon to be 54.
No, I'll be 52 going to 53.
Oh, okay.
You're the one that's older
55.
than me. But no, you're absolutely right. I mean, that is for the professional riders that you're taking professional classes and you're at that caliber. With us, we have to get a medium, not quite like that, but something that's comfortable and safe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's why there's these marks that no matter what body position you have, you can take weight less, put less weight on the bars. Mm-hmm. You can have stability in your core and your legs.
Yes.
Your head off of the bike a little bit. Your arms being relaxed and out. Like these are all things that you necessarily don't have to exaggerate, but they help you in times of fatigue and basically when I went to Daytona and one of the coaches there was Eric Wood. He makes woodcraft and makes a lot of racing stuff. And he said, you're basically, when you have an oh crap moment where the bike starts to do something, you basically want to be in a body position where you can let go of the bars and let the bike correct itself because it wants to go straight. right? Those gyroscopic forces want to stand it up and go straight.
Mhm.
So it's always us that are the problem.
And me, I just can't bend like that.
Yeah. And so that's where you got to find like a medium of one, can I do this? How do I get there? How do I find something that works for me?
Mhm.
You know, because every rider, especially professional rider, have had vast injuries, right? Like it's injury over injury. So learning how to ride with these injuries and overcome and changing your style a little bit, and younger, older, taller, shorter, like all these things affect the bike in different areas.
So like when you look at PJ and Fabrizio, they're like a full head and a half apart, but yet Fabrizio can ride all day long and just do a great job at it.
Yeah. I mean, that's both endurance and he's very relaxed on the bike. So
the chicken arms is what he says. When your hands start to do that, if you can wiggle your arms like this and still hold on to the throttles, you can loosen yourself up, and then you're not holding on, white knuckling it, because that's the last thing you want to do on those controls.
Yep.
Now I got some more. I got some just cool video.
Oh God, I love this. It's
of
cool
some
shots.
of the pros, Marquez and all these guys.
And Bastianini.
Yeah.
How do you pronounce his name?
Bastianini.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, he doing like 60-degree leans and stuff with a forward-facing cameras. But I just wanted to show it because it's awesome.
Yeah.
6 minutes, man. You don't have just me and you tonight, so we can keep going.
Okay. Yeah.
I thought I saw Jorge Martin's helmet almost scrape with his shoulder and elbow. He had it leaning off the bike so much.
I'm so surprised. I mean, that's a gut wrenching film. I love that footage. I want to put one.
Even with the bug splatter, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, you see how close they are. Like, I mean, it's but the amount of trust, especially when you're behind a guy and you're full throttle while they're full throttle, and you're,
they all know each other.
Oh yeah,
they all. If you ever look at the races, those are the top guys all the time, every single time.
But like you said, to trust somebody that totally, I mean, to be that close and going that speed.
That's true.
Where do you mess up? That's over.
Where do you think they were racing at?
That was Catalunya. That was the final. That was in Spain.
Okay.
The final race. I think that was the final sprint of the season.
Wow.
That was.
I mean, when they endo into the turn and literally, the back wheel is doing what it wants to, and the front wheel is still going down, and the leg is out like a sail. I mean, that's just nuts. I mean, I don't know how they're able to do that. I really don't.
Okay.
I mean, thousands and tens of thousands of hours of practice.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, Blake, thank you for being on the show.
Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family.
I wanted you to see those videos, especially when you pulled them out. I'm like, oh my God, Blake's going to love this. We're looking through it because just the body positioning on these guys is just incredible, on point, on the money. And you're right. You don't need to drag your shoulder and damn near bounce your head off the track because you're hitting so much, like a 60-degree
That's
lean.
for the professional.
That's for the pros. But you could always find a happy medium that's safe for you, what you could do within what your body's able to do, and still have a good time.
Yep, 100%.
Because that's what it's about. And I don't know about all those Italians. I like going fast too. I'm as Italian as Fabrizio, so I like to go fast too. Well, Blake, thanks a lot for being on the show. We love you, brother.
Have a good one.
Yep, no problem. Have a good Thanksgiving.
Thank you,
man.
Bye-bye.
Well, that was Blake, our MotoGP correspondent. We wanted to show some awesome videos of just some crazy riding. Just some crazy riding that was going on. And like we were saying before, you don't need to drag a shoulder and drag a knee around a turn. Like PJ Jacobson, who is our professional instructor that we have who rides with Ducati. He doesn't always drag a knee, but yet he has one of the second or the first fastest lap time at Jennings at like 1:12 seconds. I'm lucky I could do it in 1:50 or 1:40, and this guy's doing it in 1:12, pulling it out of turns like it's nothing without even dragging a knee. But if he wants to, he can.
Yeah, but be satisfied with what you can do.
Yeah, you got to go to the track to have fun, not to go fast. I mean, you want to go fast, but you need to know your limits, or else, if you try to extend your limits, you get on two broken hands like I did. So, you really got to learn what's going on. Then you're off the bike for a while because of it.
Yeah, we don't need that. But we wanted to bring to you also what we got coming up again. Remember, we have Gibtown coming up, and we want to show this is Gibtown, guys. Don't forget Gibtown Bike Fest in January, beginning of January, January 10th, 11th, and 12th. You want to go.
Yeah, we have a video from Gibtown the last time we were there, and I was walking around looking at bikes and stuff. We're going to go ahead and play that video. We pulled it out of the vault for you guys.
We don't get a fast forward through it.
Well,
through parts and segments of it.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and show it for you guys. All right, here we go. Here is John and the Clamper Camper Forest. We're getting ready to go to Gibtown, Florida for the Gibtown Bike Fest. And there goes Forrest, the Clamper Camper. There goes Forrest. Hey, Forrest. Hey, John and Forrest, wait for me. Wait for me. Wait for me. I want to come party too at Gibtown. I want to come party with you at Gibtown. Yes, I do. I hear they have really great stuff. Hey, you. I want to come party at Gibtown with you.
Why not hop in? Let's go.
All right. Let's party.
It's been one of them days, and we are going to go party.
All right. Let's go.
Are you folks ready to see monkeys riding dogs? I know you can do better than that. Are you ready to see monkeys riding dogs? All right, up. Here comes 7, red first, I need it's doing 7, 6, nothing's going on. Holy moly, it's pandemonium. It's a blowout. Woo! How about a hand for that little first monkey? Woo! Look at that wardrobe. That's not off the rack, no. That's from the kids section. That's right. Let me introduce you to these guys. Take a lap. This here is Gilligan. Gilligan T. Monkey. He's a 23-year-old white-faced capuchin. He's riding on Luna. Luna, he's a beautiful, dirty dandy doodle from right here, Hillsborough County, Florida. Ace does all the work. Gilligan takes all the credit. How about giving Ace a hand for being a swell dog? That still counts for something. Let me introduce you to Bert here. He's kind of a low rider. He's a 28-year-old black cap capuchin. He's hanging on Luna. Luna, she's a beautiful mixed breed shepherd, Miami-Dade animal control. How about a nice hand for Luna? Getting the job done. Woo! Good girl. Going that cool floor today. Hang on.
They are cooking, aren't
He's a
they?
low rider.
Look at him go.
Hold on your drinks down low. When she's ready, watch her fly.
distance. Sing a love song. You two can be asked up around the stage. Band company song. That's right. Come on, you got that cowbell girl. She was wearing she blew my mind, she blew my mind. Whack that cowbell, yeah.
But anyway, we were down at VFW.
Oh, yes. That was
We hope you
Chopperama.
like
Oh,
that. Once again,
yeah.
that was Gibtown, Florida.
Yep, that was for Chopper Town.
Yes, and that was a ton of fun. And Gibtown is coming up January 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Mhm.
We hope to see you there because we'll be there in full swing.
It's always a chilly, beautiful day there.
Yes,
every
it
time.
is. And we wish you a very merry, very happy, very wonderful time on Thanksgiving.
Yep, a happy Thanksgiving and a soon-to-be Merry Christmas and all the other fun things attached with the holidays.
Yes, we hope you have a great time with family and friends. Make sure that you spread cheer and that you all sit around and reflect on just how happy and thankful you are for everything you have. Because gratitude is something that everyone should practice.
That's right.
And on that note, I'd like to say a special shout out to Miss Judy.
Mm-hmm.
Judy I can't say your last name, Judy.
Sawaski.
Yes. And to our good friend Sid Bakes, we love you.
Yes, it is. Sid Bakes, we love you.
All right, everybody. You have a fantastic night. We'll see you here next Tuesday, 9 to 10.
Be there or be square. And
And
remember, keep it shiny side up.
Rubber side down. And don't forget about moto-toto.com. That's our website. Please go ahead and subscribe where you can find all the information. And I'm going to be putting up some new stuff for you soon. Thank you and have a lovely evening.
Deuces.
Deuces.